All right, first question. Explain the process of pre-production. Pre-production is work done in a project before the project has actually been recorded. It is all the stuff that leads up to the actual production of the project. What are the most important steps in the process and define them? The first one is project proposal. It's a summary used to promote or sell the project. It thinks in terms of what the project or subject matter material will be. Then is the premise. Concise statement or assertion that sums up the story and subject matter. It thinks why. What purpose does this serve to the audience? Then there's the synopsis. Short paragraph that describes the basic storyline. It walks the audience through the story. Next is treatments. Detailed paragraph that describes plot, character, and scene. How are you planning on capturing the material? Like what type of camera you'll use or audio production system you will use. Then's the scripts. A complete production guide on paper, specifically what will be seen or heard. The next is production schedule. Timeline and daytime for every phase of the production. It basically tells what day and what time everything will happen in the production and post-production phases. Next is budgets. How funds will be spent in each production category. And finally, storyboards. It's a graphic visualization of important shots. Next question is, why is pre-production needed? Pre-production is needed because it gives the person making the project a sense of direction. It helps them plan out everything before they do it. That way they aren't lost in the other production phases. How does pre-production relate to the other stages of production? Pre-production is the part of the production where you don't actually work on the project. Pre-production is used simply to plan everything out for the other production phases. Explain the process of post-production and define the steps. Post-production is the work done on a project after the filming or recording has taken place. The first step is ingesting and organizing media. It is basically taking all the stuff that you have recorded and putting it into the editing system and then organizing it the way you want it to. Then's editorial development. This is where you take all the stuff you have uploaded and put it together into one final finished product. Next is client reviews. Getting feedback from other individuals who have worked on the project. Maybe someone like an executive producer or a director. Next is mastering. Mastering is the process of assembling everything your project needs into a single deliverable bundle for handoff. And the final stage is output or delivery. This is basically sending your project out to the people. Explain the two types of analytical montage. Give examples. Sequential analytical montage is condensing an event into its key developmental elements and presenting them in their original cause and effect sequence. An example would be something like the Rocky montage from Rocky 1 where he's training. Next is sectional analytical montage. It temporarily stops the progression of an event and examines an isolated moment from several viewpoints. An example would be if a man is eating a steak, it might cut the scene and take it to the cow being slaughtered or the meat being packaged. Next question. Explain two types of idea associative montage. Give examples. First is comparison idea associative montage. Consists of succeeding shots that juxtapose two thematically related events to express or reinforce a theme or basic idea. An example would be Rocky 4 when they compare the two fighters, Rocky doing his workouts and the other Russian guy doing his workouts. The last is collision idea associative montage. It is when you clash two different events to express or reinforce a basic idea or feeling. An example would be showing an image of a new car and then cutting to an image of a broken down car that shows the theme that decay is inevitable.